What's going on, guys? Welcome to my third crypto vlog, and today I'm going to talk about this. But before I do, I just want to take a quick look at the markets, do a little recap. So we're back in the green. Everything's up. Bitcoin's up to 4,000, Ethereum's close to 300, Litecoin at $55. So yeah, market's recovering. All right, so now back to this. Front cover of Fortune, blockchain mania. So I picked that up at the airport the other day. I had to do it. There was an interview this morning that Vitalik did with what was it called? Disrupt at Disrupt 2017. And he basically, one of the things I pulled from the interview was he was talking about us being at peak hype for blockchain technology. And he just went on to say that, there's Paris Hilton, the game, Floyd Mayweather, and now Jamie Foxx apparently is advertising for some new ICO. So he was basically saying that, yes, we're at peak hype right now. Whenever you get celebrities like this advertising ICOs, 100% we're at peak hype. Basically, knowing that we're at peak hype right now, is the technology of blockchain ready to advance into the mainstream? And he had a really lukewarm kind of opinion on that. He goes on to talk about the transaction times. And so he goes on to say that Bitcoin can process 3 transactions per second. Ethereum is somewhere around 5 transactions a second. Uber has 12 rides per second. PayPal has several hundred transactions per second. Visa, several thousand transactions. Stock exchanges, tens of thousands. And then you get into like the Internet of Things, which is literally hundreds of thousands of transactions per second that have to be documented if they were to be put on a blockchain. So he was saying that there's a gap between where we are now and the future of blockchain technology, and we're definitely not there yet. And the biggest pullback right now of this technology is scalability. The number of transactions that the Ethereum blockchain and the Bitcoin blockchain is capable of is not enough to support worldwide adoption. It's just not big enough. So then I read this Cointelegraph article where they quote Vitalik as saying, "Scalability is not there. I personally have cut down on evangelism precisely because I see that the main bottleneck is now not interest, but tech." So he's basically saying there that obviously there's a lot of interest in it. Like we're at full capacity of hype right now, but the tech is just not there. It can't keep up with what people think it's capable of. People are investing just crap loads of money into some of these cryptocurrencies, assuming that it's just going to change the world overnight. And a lot of these companies don't even have products to put out. They don't even have an application out yet. People are just dumping money into these ICOs that literally have no product. And just as a quick reminder, people are so obsessed with the price of Ethereum and the price of Bitcoin right now. Just to give you an idea of how much growth we've seen in the past year, Bitcoin was at $1,000 at the beginning of this year. Ethereum was at $8. That's insane. That amount of growth is just insane. So there's also another article that I always tend to go back, and I think I always tend to go back to it, and I think it's one of the best analysis of Bitcoin in particular, but blockchain as a whole, like the whole cryptocurrency space. And it's written by Michael Casey on Medium. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. And it's titled Speculative Bitcoin Adoption Price Theory. And it basically goes on to talk about how technology is introduced and adopted on an S-curve, and how that Bitcoin has basically gone through a number of these things called Gartner hype cycles, which is basically it'll skyrocket in price because people are super hyped about it and it's totally overhyped. And then it has this thing that he calls a boring low, where the price kind of just sits there. There's not a lot of volume, and all of a sudden people aren't into it, and Bitcoin is dead, right? So it also talks about this thing. Where was it? Amara's Law. It talks about Amara's Law, which is that we tend to overestimate the effect of a technology in the short run and underestimate the effect in the long run. And I think this is 100% the case with Bitcoin. It is a revolutionary technology. Blockchain is a revolutionary technology, but the question is, have we overestimated the effect of this technology in the short term? And that goes back to what I think Vitalik was saying, that the technology is just not there. Ethereum is carrying out 5 transactions per second. That's just not enough to cut it. And Metropolis is coming out, and that's gonna help it out somewhat. But is it literally going to fix the scalability issue? I kind of doubt it. Just kind of knowing that right now we're definitely in peak hype. We're in peak hype mode. I'm not sure where exactly the price goes from here. I feel like people are buying it up as if it's just overnight going to revolutionize everything. And I can tell you that the average person is not ready to adopt this technology. As much as people who are actively involved in cryptocurrency try to just evangelize this technology and just tell people how amazing it is, and they're not wrong, but the average person is just not going to go out and dump all their money, all their investment money into cryptocurrency. And the technology itself is not just going to, overnight be at a place where it can be adopted widely or globally even. Just to recap, it's really important that you keep in mind that we are at peak hype right now, and cryptocurrency is not going to do everything that we think it's going to accomplish, within the next couple weeks. It's not going to happen. I think the more I go on Reddit and the more I see people talk about cryptocurrency, they assume like it's going to hit, $500,000 or $1 million within the next year, and I just don't see that happening. Bitcoin and blockchain technology will revolutionize the future. But we have a long time before that happens. As soon as the SEC starts regulating things, we're going to see pullbacks. We're going to see governments step in. We're going to see financial institutions step in and try and hinder the progress of this technology. It really is going to be a battle to see this technology through to the end, until it reaches the place that everyone is speculating that it will reach, and I do think it will get there, but it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time, and frankly, a lot of advances in scalability. The best approach to have with cryptocurrencies is just think in the long term. I think all of the price changes that have happened within the past year have got people, literally just fiending for the next bull run and really looking for the next all-time high. But the truth is, I think a little bit of sideways movement, is probably pretty good for the price, and to kind of shake out the people that are literally just in it for the money and don't have that long-term perspective. So that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we're in a bubble? Do you think we're at peak hype? Do you think there's room to grow? What do you guys think? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. Stay strong and hodl on, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.